I'm going to let
All right, Jackie, are we ready to start?
We are ready. I am going to let everyone in and we're going to get started, Mr. Rickard.
Perfect.
Now, can you push the button to let them in? It's not letting me do it. Oh, never mind.
I got it.
I got it. Okay. Well, welcome everybody. Today is a very special Wednesday. It is March 8th, 2023, and we have some exciting news. We have been running the Wine and Dine on every Wednesday night for about the last 5 years. And for those of you who don't know me, my name's Jacqueline, and I've been around these parts for about 5 years, but I've only been hosting for maybe about 8 or 9 months. So as marketers, we have to always evaluate how to kind of be nimble, to shift and move, to make and spice things up, right? So Rory and Tanya and the team have been doing a lot of discussing, and we have so many new opportunities coming on board that we thought we were going to make a little shift. So tonight is actually the very last night that we will be hosting the Wine and Dine as you know it on Wednesday evenings. We're going to replace that because our direct-to-consumer ambassador platform is growing, and we have a wonderful opportunity to launch some education, and Rory's going to talk more about that later. But we are going to have Sheila Matchett, who is one of our wonderful MSIs, and she's actually going to run that on Wednesday nights. It's going to be the same time as this particular show has been running, same channel. But be sure to get with your instructors, watch the chats, look for emails from Roy, because all that exciting stuff is going to be coming out within the next couple of days. But for this evening, we have a wonderful ending to our Wine and Dine ready for you. And as always, we love to kick this evening off with a toast. And we have the opportunity to have not only Mr. Rory Rickard in the house, but we also have his beautiful wife, Tanya. Rory is our CEO and Tanya is our president and compliance officer. So please give them a big welcome so they can kick us off this evening. Rory and Tanya?
So, well, hello. And I got to tell you something magical. Our wines are they're just fantastic. But this company and the people that are behind it and the way we're sharing this incredible thing, just for those that are new, we have True Fine Wines and we are doing direct to consumer, which means you get the best value possible. And it comes from manufacturer right to your door. There's no middleman in between. And that way we can deliver an amazing quality wine at an amazing member only price. You got to be a member. And this is our way to deliver true fine wines, not these bastardized wines that they sell in the grocery store. And when you understand what a true fine wine is, it's amazing, but you can't beat the value. And I just got to say, the wine is amazing. Our winemakers are great, but it's the people that are sharing the message that mean the most. So cheers to all of you. And we're making some transformations. Cheers to you for being part of it. Guys, we're on to a whole amazing level. Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you. Tanya, would you like to say anything before I get started, sweetheart?
No, I think Rory covered it. We're just excited that we've had this opportunity here, guys, with the I think we're going the right direction and changing things up, but always stay tuned because we always like to change things up, keep them fresh and fun. So wine is definitely a passion project for us. We love it. It's also a very nice seat at the table, like Rory says, moneymaker, and it's liquid art in a glass. So anyway, back to you, Jackie.
Well, thank you, Tanya. Well, we have, like I said, a wonderful lineup this evening of our host is Melissa Goebbels, and she is one of the best MSIs here. She is just a delightful person, and she has a lineup of cooks for us that are going to actually cook and pair our wonderful wines for us this evening. So I am going to pass it on to Melissa. Take it away, Melissa.
All right. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. You're going to hear about some great wines tonight. It's amazing how much I didn't know about wine before I came here. And, it's amazing because Rory and Tanya are right. When you pair the right wine with the right food, you just have a magical experience, and it's really true. So it's a lot of fun to learn all about this stuff. So before we dive in any further, I just want to say, if you guys like what you see tonight, get back to the person who brought you here. They'd be happy to help you join us in this awesome adventure. So tonight we have Miss Jenny on the appetizer. We have LaRuth on the main dish and Karen on dessert. So we will just go ahead and kick it off to Jenny and let her show us what she's making tonight.
Well, hello. I am so honored to be on this last Wednesday Wine and Dine. It has been so fun. I thought of something last night that I didn't even think about this until last night. I'm a procrastinator, what can I say? But I thought of deviled eggs with shrimp on top, and I didn't even know that was a thing. I looked it up later and found out that everyone does it, and I didn't even know. So I'm just making, okay, so things happen when you boil eggs, right? Apparently I had a cracked one, and this is the total fail. That is just awful. So I only have two because I was only using what was in the house. I said, you know, I'm just going to use whatever I have, and it's going to be great. So I had some frozen shrimp. They look amazing. I don't know if you can see them, but so I'm just making some deviled eggs with shrimp on top, and I added some spices to the shrimp. I didn't have any Old Bay seasoning that people usually recommend for this, so I ended up only having 2 whole eggs for. Luckily, it's just me, so that's okay. So when I crack the eggs open, if you've never made deviled eggs before, when I got out of my mama's house, I was not a good listener. She tried to teach me how to cook. I was a terrible student, and I refused to learn. So the first time I ever made deviled eggs, I cut them sideways, you know, the short way, and they looked really stupid. So make sure you cut them the long way, you know, lay them sideways so that they're long on the wherever you're cutting them. And so I just take a fork and just kind of, I don't know, flake the yolks or something. And then just add whatever kind of mustard you want to add. Just have like basic plain mustard. I like some golden, like brown mustard sometimes, but I just add a little bit. And then I add some mayonnaise, which is like the main ingredient. I mean, a lot of people use Miracle Whip, I guess, but I use mayonnaise, so I prefer it. And I just mix it together, and then put it in the hollows of the eggs, and then I'm going to put the shrimp on top, and I'm going to chop those tails off because I don't want to eat them with the eggs. So anyway, what I put in the deviled eggs is just mustard, mayonnaise, salt and pepper, and I put a little paprika on top. That's it. Very simple, easy, and delicious. So I'm going to sit here and mix this while you go on to the roof.
All right, that sounds amazing. I love deviled eggs.
Me too.
All right, LaRuth, did we find her again, you guys? I think she got lost.
All right, she doesn't come back in. So
Okay.
So
we'll go back
while
on.
we wait for her, I mean, it's kind of interesting on these Wednesday nights, we sort of accidentally get themes happening. And we were talking about this before. Apparently we're having a shrimp night tonight. So somewhere LaRuth has her shrimp, and to go along with this, I just pulled out some shrimp cocktail so I could join in the pairings that we're going to be having, because shrimp are a great thing.
I was thinking the same thing, and I was like, I don't have any shrimp, and that's, you know, when I was out visiting you, we had like shrimp. You guys is an amazing food, and I'm gonna challenge anybody. Shrimp with wine beats anything else almost on the planet. So if you have like a Chenin Blanc, a Chardonnay, a Sauvignon Blanc, even the Moscato, it doesn't matter what the white is. If you take the shrimp, you can alternate it with the cocktail sauce or a Béarnaise sauce. There's so many things you can do to accentuate the wine. Shrimp and wine are so much better than just shrimp by itself. It's almost disgusting to have shrimp without it. Even shrimp with like a champagne, or we call it a sparkling wine, like a sparkling Napa Brut with shrimp. Are you kidding me? That's insane by itself. Yeah,
And of course, your favorite starter, a rosé.
Absolutely.
Were you guys saying I should try shrimp again? Because I'm not a huge seafood fan.
But
Yeah.
so let's talk about this. A lot
Yeah.
of people have a thing about seafood, and we know it's got some good benefits to it. But shrimp, Melissa, shrimp to seafood is the mushroom to vegetable.
I just
When you
started
take
liking
shrimp-
mushrooms this year.
Well, so you know mushrooms.
Right again.
I'm gonna go on my little soapbox on this. When you take mushrooms and you put them in any sauce, it takes on the flavor of the sauce or takes on the flavor of what you put it with. Mushrooms are like a chameleon. They blend in and they have that protein, that thing. I actually love mushrooms, but when you have mushrooms in the sauce with wine, you can actually take a mushroom and make it great for a white, make it great for a red. It just depends on the base you put it in. Okay, shrimp, same thing. It's the seafood, it's the mushroom of the seafood world, meaning I can take a shrimp. Now, shrimp have a very basic, clean taste to them. They taste, and if they don't taste clean, throw them away. Clean taste to them. But I can take shrimp and just do shrimp and cocktail, right? Cooked shrimp and cocktail and a cocktail sauce. And that's great. And the cocktail sauce has a little bit of spice. So a Chardonnay goes well with it. A Chenin Blanc goes with it. A Sauvignon Blanc goes great with it. A Moscato even goes great with it. And I can do a Pinot Noir. I can do a Grenache. They'll go great with shrimp cocktail too. But if I take that shrimp and instead of doing a cocktail sauce, do a Béarnaise sauce or a rich, succulent steak sauce, like an A1 infused sauce, now I can go to reds. Shrimp is amazing. And once you understand that, you can have an awesome time. Now you take shrimp and you prepare it properly on a charcuterie board, I'm gonna knock out your senses. The thing about it is shrimp by itself, it tastes, it doesn't have a strong taste, right? It's got a mild taste, but what you accent it with will enhance the flavor of the wine. For instance, I can just take a simple shrimp cocktail, put pepper on the shrimp, take that pepper and put it with a Merlot. Awesome taste. I love shrimp with wines. Right, carry on.
The same with escargot, I think, as well. But Rory,
we get the whole thing on escargot, babe.
escargot is amazing too. To me, escargot is that same thing with the mushroom. But LaRuth is back if you want to co-host her, Rory.
Okay.
Let me do that. I'll admit her.
Good, okay.
So she can get back in. But yeah, I think you would like it, Melissa. Just it depends on how there's so many different ways to prepare it, right? So it's just the way that you prepare it. And also, like we say, it's always what you serve it with, what you have, what wine you choose to have with it. Just makes it taste completely different. So yeah.
and
Yeah, I do think
it's like
preparation
when-
is probably huge.
Yeah. It's also the only thing I tell you with shrimp is don't ever overcook them. They turn into rubber.
Maybe
takes
that's
very-
it, because I just think of rubber a lot.
So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
here,
So maybe
so
they're
that's a really
overcooked.
good point, Peter. So let me just tell you the trick to cooking shrimp. Okay, typically you're gonna boil it, right? You got boiling water. You put the shrimp in. The second you see it turn pink, it's done. Take it out. It's done. The longer you let it sit, that becomes rubber. So what a lot of people do is they're thinking like, well, seafood, I don't want to get sick, and they let it turn pink, and then they let it turn dark pink. You've killed it. The second it turns pink, take it off the heat. Done. It'll be great. And
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
lot of
same
us,
thing
you
if-
guys listen, you can buy cooked shrimp in the store. If you go to the deli, they have it on ice. You know what? All you got to do is take it. Even if you buy the frozen, you just got to thaw it. There is so many ways to get awesome shrimp without doing the rubberization of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I gotta tell you. So I have some secrets with shrimp. You guys know how to butterfly them?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Of course you do, Louisiana.
Sorry, Roy. Do you know how to remove the poop from them?
So
I love the show.
yeah, so you got the deveining, but you can go buy like cooked deveined shrimp. They're usually frozen, and you let them thaw out, and you take them. You take your knife along the backside, so you have so it's like a little bit of a so it's like here's a shrimp, and the tail's on the outside, and you just cut down to the tail, take the tail off, and you butterfly it, and then if you just do the butterfly, like so. Here's the thing: you butterfly it. And then I'm gonna just put out a little bit of this is a secret I'm gonna share. So you butterfly it and you cut the spine so it opens the shrimp up. That's why it's called butterfly. Now it's already cooked. right? Now I'm gonna get my skillet going. I'm gonna put butter, right? And I mean, like, I'm gonna go generous on the butter. Let's say I have a pound of shrimp. I'm literally gonna put a half a stick, or yeah, what is that? 4 ounce. I'm gonna put 4 ounces. Is it 4 ounces or 4 tablespoons?
4 tablespoons.
4 tablespoons of butter in the pan. I'm gonna throw 2 open cloves or 2 crushed cloves of garlic. Hear me out. Hear me out. In with the butter, and I'm gonna put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil with the butter, with the clove of garlics, and I'm gonna let that get start heating up. I'm gonna take those shrimp that are already pre-cooked, that are butterflied. I'm gonna throw them in the hot butter when it starts to start boiling. It's gonna start simmering and boiling in the pan. I'm gonna throw them in there, 30 seconds. I'm gonna take them out, put them on top of like a fettuccine or any type of a pasta dish. It's magic. But with that garlic and the butter, now I got to break it down with a Chardonnay, Chenin Blanc, or a Pinot Noir, depending what the meal's with. So if I'm doing that shrimp, like say I put it on the salad, I'm having steak, I'm going to go Pinot Noir. I'm going to go a little bit of a red taste.
Yep.
But
Pinot Noir is like best.
If I'm doing like white or a white, like maybe I'm doing Alfredo, stick with the whites. That right there is going to change everything. And it's super easy to do. You know, if you buy raw shrimp, you better know how to cook it. Just buy it pre-cooked. It's so much easier. Cooked and frozen, you don't need it. You just need to throw in that garlic thing for 30 seconds to a minute. Don't overcook it. It'll be magic. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you all, but I think LaRuth is really having technical difficulty, so I'm gonna step in here. We will post her page. And Melissa, you can just let her, if she comes in, we'll let her, but it looks like she's coming in and out. So obviously she's struggling to get in. So go ahead, take it away and move it to the next cook, please.
Yes, we will just move on over to Karen and let her share her dessert with us, and then we'll check back in with Jenny.
All right, can you hear me?
We sure can.
Yes, we can.
All right, so I'm making a homemade protein bar recipe that I got from the gym years ago. And you basically just measure it, mix it, and freeze it. I've got one batch in the freezer, and I've got another one here. All it really takes is some oats, quick oats, otherwise it takes longer, protein powder, whatever your preferred brand is. I drink vanilla, therefore I use vanilla and then add cocoa. Cocoa, flaxseed meal, some chopped almonds, peanut butter, and a little bit of water. Pretty easy. Now, as I was getting ready for this, I thought we needed to have the right tools. So I have my tape measure to make sure I have an 8-inch pan here. I have my mixing tool, but I couldn't find it.
Oh my gosh, Karen, this is awesome.
To put on here. And then sometimes if you leave them in the freezer too long, you need the saw to cut them.
Oh my gosh.
Was I supposed to be a cook or a kook? Which one?
I love it. I love it.
I like to be a kook.
Yeah, well, that came to me today and I just said, I got to do that. Anyway, and I'm going to pair it with the Discovery's Moscato. Because it's got chocolate, it could also go with the Rickard Merlot, but since I haven't actually tasted the Rickard Merlot yet, I didn't want to taste it and make a funny face, and I know I like the Moscato, so I chose that one.
You're right. That Moscato is amazing, so you're good.
Yeah, I'm getting to the best part was we put my recommendations to Peter, and he said I was dead on, so I guess I've learned something. I'm way excited.
Yes, you have.
You know, I gotta say something, Peter. Have you watched the growth of the members in the wine?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's amazing how I don't need to tell people what to pair. I just say, oh yeah, you got it. Yeah, I was listening to it, and I tried a couple quizzes a few weeks ago just to ask everyone, and everyone in the chat gave the same answer. So they know what they're doing with this wine. They've learned a lot. This is fun.
It's been very educational. It's been great.
Yeah, and before we started this, I knew nothing about wine.
Oh, that's awesome, Karen. I'm glad. That makes me happy. because this is what we were doing it for.
And now if I go to my friend's house for a holiday gathering, if I don't bring the wine, they send me back home.
Yeah, it's fun. You should all be the experts when you show up at a party now.
I just tell them I'm still learning, so you guys can help me. Let me know what you think. And so, you know,
That's a good answer.
make it a group project. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's all I got. You can go make the rounds. And by then I'll have
Right.
the other ones out of the freezer. And then I can use my saw.
I was half expecting to see a power bandsaw or something by that point.
Well, that would be out in the garage and there would be sawdust and I don't have time to clean all that.
Oh,
So
okay.
these are the tools I could find because they're pretty close anyway.
That's awesome. All right, we'll go back over to Jenny then. How you doing, Jenny?
Oh my gosh, I love Karen so much. Can you just seriously give it up for Karen?
Right?
She's so funny. I love her.
The thing is, she knows how to use those tools though, you guys.
Oh,
But,
that's for
I
sure.
gotta tell you, as a
She
guy,
actually rebuilt her house.
she brings those tools out, and you're like, oh, this is a show.
Yep. Yep.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
here's the thing. This kitchen that you see, I built myself.
Right.
Okay.
Well
Wow.
done, Karen. Well done. Bravo. Cheers to that.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I've done some other things, but that's not this show. That's the home improvement show. Are we doing one of those later?
You betcha. You
Oh,
betcha.
now we are.
We
Okay.
got it.
Before we go back to Jenny, why don't you tell us a little bit about the wine club, Melissa?
Sure. Yeah, good idea. So yeah, we have a wine discovery club here and we're always discovering new wines. I always say if you found a favorite, just wait till next time, till the next varietal comes out over, you're going to find another new favorite because they're just all so stinking good. They're all favorites. I've never ever tasted something I didn't like. It's so good. And so these wines do come from Napa and Sonoma Valley, and they are the highest qualities. I always tell my students, like, if you have issues with headaches or anything after you drink a wine, you're not drinking a good wine, because I have celiac. So I'd always get headaches and my tummy would hurt after I drink store-bought wines. And then I remember Rory saying, just try it, Melissa. Because I'm like, well, yeah, I'm going to join the wine club, but I might have to give it away because it just doesn't agree with me. He's like, no. He's like, where do you get your wines from? And I said, well, Walmart, of course. And he's like, oh, no. So he's like, just try these wines. I promise you're not going to get that headache. You're not going to feel like junk the next morning. And I was so excited. Like, I literally, I think I texted you the next day, Rory, and I was like, guess what? I feel great. I don't have a stomach ache. I don't have a headache. This is so great.
Yep. You and everybody else. That's the difference, right?
Yeah.
And-
So
and
it's very true.
And let's talk about this for a second, because you trusted me because we have a relationship.
Mhm.
But you were like, Rory, like, you don't understand, like, wine makes me sick. And I was
Right.
like, but this is true fine wines. It's made a different way. And that was years ago,
Mhm.
years ago. And
Yes.
here it is still. Like, this is the message we got to share with people. Anyway, I'm so glad you brought that up, Melissa, but also how much you love wine now.
I love it so much. I drink it every night. My husband makes fun of me. My kids make fun of me. I'm the wino in the house now.
That's okay.
That is awesome. That
Just-
is that.
ju-
Yeah.
Just
I
remember
have,
this.
I have to drink it with supper. I tell like some of my students, like, you wouldn't believe, like, one of my favorite pairings is gluten-free supreme pizza from Papa Murphy's and wine. It's like, oh my gosh, so many good flavors. Crazy.
So I gotta bring this up.
Born to be
Like,
together, Rory. Right?
what was that, babe?
Pizza and wine were born to be together, if you ask me.
Oh, 100%. So by the way, Louise is on. She's co-hosted. She should be available for stuff, just to bring that up.
You might want to
The
grab her
next thing-
first, Melissa, real quick.
So
Maybe.
Melissa,
Mhm.
you realize there's a fact. The fact is, and I'm talking true fine wines like what we have. And when I say true fine wines like what we have, just so you realize, there's only 15% of the wines available to the population that are true fine wines. The rest are conglomerate owned. They're basically bastardized. So it's very rare to get a true wine. But a true fine wine, if you drink, and I'm talking reds primarily, you and I, let's say that you and I have the same exact DNA, body, everything. And if you drink one glass a night of true fine wine and I don't, you will live longer with less stress and more happiness than I will. That's a fact. but it only works with true fine wine. These
Right.
wines that they sell in the grocery store that are basically bastardized, there's no health benefit to it. In fact, if anything, they take away from your health. It's just them not making a cheaper dollar. Our mission, and this is why Tandy and I are so behind this, is we're going to always be the boutique winery that delivers true fine wines, and we're never for sale. This is what we take out. Anyway, I just want to bring this up because it's a very key focal point. And we're adapting and we're growing things and we're making adjustments because we are getting this message out to the world more and more, one family at a time. But Melissa,
yeah,
I'm so glad that you took the leap with faith. It's like, okay, I'll try this out, even though I know it might make me sick. And then you tried it. And here years later, you're like, yeah, this is all I'll drink. I guarantee you don't buy wine anywhere else.
no, never, no, because it makes me sick. Yeah,
All right,
for
carry
sure.
on.
All right, LaRuth, are you there, honey? Can you talk?
Yes,
Can you hear us?
you guys see me? Can you see my plate over here? I'm still having problems. I don't see me, so you don't see me.
I see you. It's a
Can you-
little slow, but I see you.
Okay, you see my plate? I have a magic kitchen. Can you see that?
Yep.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, it's my okay, it's my coconut, crispy coconut shrimp and the spinach salad. I have sweet potatoes on the side, and I have it with, I didn't get so when I was trying to get in, I should have been putting on the avocado. Well, right now I have on there 2 different types of cheese, mushrooms, and cucumbers, the strawberries, and the avocados still in the refrigerator. So, but this is my meal. I don't know how long I'm gonna last. So,
Oh, well,
and
thank you.
yeah, this is the wine I'm pairing with. How I did it. Can you see my table?
Yep.
Okay, I have well, let me unplug this. I have this is my egg batter. It's mixed, it has some of the purple wines in it. And this is my flour and the salt and pepper in here. And this is my mix for the coconut and the panko. And I did a sweet potato. This is the cooked it in the microwave for 10 minutes, 10 plus 25 seconds. And when I devein, when I washed and devein the shrimp, I let it dry out and put it in the egg mixture. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, put it, I'm sorry, I had to carry this around. I don't know. So I mix it up. Can you see that?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So I mix it up from the egg. I did use 2 eggs instead of 1 this time because they were small eggs. And I mix it up here. And I stir fried them, the ones that's done. I stir fried them for 8 minutes. I did it 6 minutes on one side, and then the other 2, I turned it over. And I'm having the purples and white tonight.
Well, let's make sure we get a chance to have you taste it before you your internet decides to go flaky again.
Gosh, that's something.
Oh, that's
Okay.
a good idea, Peter. Go taste it, LaRuth. Jump right in. That sounds exquisite.
Yeah, darn it. Okay, can you still see my platter and wine?
We see your stove.
Oh, you see the stove? Okay, thank you.
Can you go down, honey? There you go.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah, there it is.
okay. don't know what's wrong with my internet.
Yeah, if we're all gonna be made hungry watching it, we gotta get the payoff and at least get her to taste it.
Yeah, it's circled everything today. The avocado. Can you see me?
Wow, Ruth, beautiful.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah, I said, oh, I gotta come on. I done spent too much time prepping this.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Okay, so I'll get a fork.
Almost kind
before
of makes
I-
me think of a charcuterie board, like Rory was talking about earlier. So many delicious flavors and
Mhm.
foods there. Oh my goodness.
It's when you start adding the value of wine to your I guess what do you want to call it, the enjoyment of life, it's insane. It just really is.
Is it okay to drink the wine without the shrimp?
Absolutely.
Always.
Oh, yeah.
Wine is the part that's not optional. The
Wine
food is
literally, there's almost no food group you can't benefit with wine. It's only like when you understand the construct of the flavors and flavonoids of any food, when you take wine and add it to it, it's just going to enhance it.
Yeah.
Like wine is a food, but it's also a food when paired with other foods just becomes a dynamic enhancer. And once you understand that, and you understand the pairing and the magic of it, why would you want to have anything else? Like, you want the best experience in life possible. And the best experiences are those that we actually, well, think about it. When you have food, you're enjoying it with all your senses, smell, taste, feel, all of them, sight, all of it. Everything is in that enjoyment of food. And when you add wine to it, it enhances that. You know, our experience is based on the experience of what I always call the event. And an event is, as soon as you pair wine and food, you got an event. That experience, it's just remarkable. And that's why when you truly understand it, you're going to want the right wine pairing with the food all the time. What's the right wine pairing? Well, it can be different. You know, when you change the seasonings, it changes the wine you can pair with it. Like, let's take
Rory,
pepper.
I want her to try it, Rory, while she still has her
Yeah.
camera.
Go.
Yeah, let's have her try
Right.
Go,
Yes,
Lorraine, go.
Italian dressing,
Oh,
Olive Garden, that is.
Oh,
the Olive Garden dressing?
that's different.
Woo! They have that at Costco, by the way. We buy it all the time.
Sam's.
Same thing,
Okay,
sort of.
yeah. So I did the spinach. The strawberry really tastes good. I should have.
Mm,
You're not, Rory.
mm.
Okay, so
I'm
now I'm
dying over here.
tasting my herbals in white.
Oh, yeah. That's a good
Chenin
one.
Blanc.
yeah.
Thinking Ruth is tasting the rainbow tonight.
Oh my
Mhm.
gosh.
Yum.
And that Chenin Blanc is just such
What do
an
you think?
Magic.
Yes.
Is that
Yeah.
Chenin? That Chenin Blanc is magic.
What do you think, Ruth? What do you like with the pairing?
It's delicious.
Good. Looks
I was
good.
reading something on it.
I'm
and,
salivating.
yeah, I haven't tasted the shrimp as yet. I was reading something on it, and it's a dry white wine. It says it's for pre-dinner, but it tastes good with this. I haven't tasted the shrimp as yet. I'm waiting on you, Peter.
Taste the
And,
shrimp.
This is what I want to hear. Yep.
Delicious. This coconut is good. Also, the coconut shrimp. Okay, let me try. Taste it with the wine.
Yeah.
See if it changes. Okay, so it makes the coconut sweeter.
Nice.
That's delicious. I don't want to break my look. I don't want to break my bottles.
They're pretty solid. They're hard to
Wait a
break.
minute. Right, I had a display table over here, but my computer just would not do me any justice. Be on here. Okay. So yeah.
Well, thank you for sticking in there with us.
Gosh, I know. This is delicious.
Awesome.
Glad you were able to make it back. Awesome. Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
thank you guys.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you.
enjoying the
Ruth.
shrimp with some shrimp here right now myself. So it really,
Okay.
it is a
You
great
guys have
combination.
inspired me to try again. I might have to get some. I'll try the cooked shrimp first.
Yeah, shrimp are
Yeah,
And this
Melissa.
is what this is.
Yeah.
Frozen. It's the frozen at Sam's.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna tell you this. Unless you're really good in the kitchen, don't buy raw shrimp. Don't.
I am really good in the kitchen, but
You are really good in the kitchen.
well, if you,
Come
then go
on.
ahead.
that's where I spend most of my life now. Come on.
Yeah, shrimp are not hard. Get them the first time you get them, though. Get them having peeled and deveined. You don't want to do that the first time until you got to really love them. Then you'll go through anything for them. But yeah,
well,
the
even when
shrimp-
they say they're deveined, they're not.
yeah, I know. But I mean, you can do things with shrimp if you're not sure how to cook them. Like we do a dish, a Greek shrimp dish with a tomato sauce and feta cheese melted on top. You don't even really cook the shrimp. You put them in the hot tomato sauce, you melt the cheese on it, and that's it. The shrimp is cooked by then. If you put it in a sauce like in melted butter, you can just let it sit there and it'll cook through. It's really easy to overcook, but really hard to undercook. As long as they even sniff heat, they're done.
I love cooking it in citrus as well, Peter. I think it's so good that
Yeah.
way.
The other thing I love to do is I love to grill them, and there's a little trick I do when I grill them. It's I toss them with just a little bit of sugar, and that causes a nice browning, and it doesn't taste sweet. It just tastes shrimpy.
Gives it a little something.
So-
Yeah, gotcha.
But on the grill, it's maybe 2 minutes. It's nothing. Bigger shrimp, a little longer, but really, as soon as you see them pink, they're done. That's really all it is.
That's it. And you watch them like right, Peter. You watch them. You put them in like boiling water. The second they turn pink, they're done. You don't need to wait. Watch it.
I don't even boil them in water. I think.
Or for any of you who are into the like Chris Babb likes to do with the sous vide cooking, you can't overcook them that way. That's how
That's
I
true.
poach my shrimp.
Okay, Melissa, tell us about this wonderful wine club, sister.
Oh, I think she did.
We got a heck of a shrimp education tonight. I don't know if this is shrimp education or wine education tonight, but hey, it's enticed me to try it again. Yeah. So you guys, there's a couple different ways to join this club. And one is as a customer, you can just come in and enjoy your wine, refer 3 customers, get free wine every month. I mean, it tastes even better then, like, holy cow, it doesn't get much better than that. Or you can become a business builder with us and you still can earn free wine. So a couple different ways to do that, but definitely get back with the person who invited you and they would be more than happy to get you started. So maybe let's hop over to Jenny and see how her little shrimpy deviled eggs turned out.
Okay.
Okay. Lauren, I have to say, you should have seen everyone's faces when you were tasting that and describing it. They were clutching their chests and like grabbing their pearls. I'm telling you.
That's good. It is good.
and I just wanted to say, since I didn't have Old Bay, what I ended up using was I saw the ingredients in Old Bay and it's celery salt, so I used some of that, and I used some Lowry's and this thing that I got at a trade show called Grizzly Joe's Chipotle. So just anything will do almost. So yeah, I made them a little spicy, even though it doesn't go well with my rosacea. But I gotta have good lighting in here. But I put a fancy plate out, and that's pretty much it. So there they are in all their glory.
They look delicious.
Hey, by the way, the rosacea, that's proof that you're my cousin.
I know, right? Oh my gosh, it's all that white blood. Okay, so I was gonna say something else about this. Well, they're kind of cold now, but they're gonna be delicious. And somebody needs to taste some of that Chenin Blanc or Chardonnay with me right now, okay? Or
Go ahead,
me.
Jenny. You taste the egg, send me the taste telepathically, and I'll taste behind it.
Drink to it.
What are you drinking now?
Oh, this is a Pinot Noir, actually, but I think I'll go
Pinot
with that.
Grigio.
Pinot Noir is.
Oh, I'm sorry, Pinot Grigio, yeah.
Oh, then that's perfect for that bit. That's
I
perfect.
was looking
for
at
that.
your glass and said, no, Pinot Noir.
I'm drinking a Cab Sauv, and it's a Grand Cru Cab Sauv.
Ah,
I can taste
I'm
that
gonna
in my
drink the whole
mind.
bottle by myself.
I've had it before. I can taste that in my mind, and that would be amazing. Oh my gosh, these are so good. I
Mm.
usually do get the raw shrimp in the freezer, and just like you said, as soon as it turns pink, it's done. And even though I, didn't learn to cook very well from my mom, I cooked some shrimp for her one day. I was like, you need some protein, with whatever you're eating. She goes, that's it? That's it? You're done? And I'm like, yeah, it's like 2 minutes on each side and it's done. It's amazing. One of my favorite things to cook since I don't really cook. Whew.
I love that it's fast. That's for sure.
Mhm.
Very good.
Anyway, so that's it for
awesome.
me.
Sounds
Thank you
delicious.
so
Thank
much.
you, Jenny. Thank you so much. All
Now
right,
we get to
Karen.
find out what power tools have brought out.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the saw to come out. Karen, how's
Well,
it going over there?
actually, I had one in the freezer and I just had it in wax paper because that way it just comes right out. Put it on the cutting board and I used a large knife because I didn't clean the saw, so it's probably not safe for use.
Good thinking.
And I should tell you, there is no shrimp anywhere near this.
Okay.
Anyway, I just cut it into squares, and then this is the best part, eating them. So I've got slivered almonds chopped up, and oatmeal, and cocoa, and peanut butter, and stuff in here, and real good. Now let me add the wine. Wow. I should have tried this years ago. This wine stuff. Anyway, that's all there is to it. And I have the one I was mixing up. Is in the freezer there. Give it another 10 to 15 minutes and I'll cut that up, but you guys don't have to wait for that.
Oh, yeah. Now you have snacks for work. Yummy.
I have snacks for the next week. I actually made a practice batch yesterday and then 2 batches today, so I should be good.
Nice.
So the
Very
other
good.
thing I wanted to tell you that wine pairs really well with is retirement.
We have another.
And
Yes.
if mine was September, and if you wonder some of the other things I make,
Nice.
wooden crosses. If you ever do a home building show, let me know. I'll be on it. So
Karen's a handy girl.
Thank you, Karen.
Awesome. All
Delicious.
right. Well, thank you guys so much. That winds it down for tonight, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
well,
thank you
guys.
so much, Melissa and Tanya and Rory and Peter and all the cooks. Y'all did such a wonderful job. So for those of you who are on here, please join us next Saturday to kick off. Now, Eddie and I will be kicking off what we're going to call the Saturday morning wine tasting brunch. We're very excited to do that. So join in with us. It's going to be at 12 o'clock Eastern time, same channel, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Thank you, Jackie.
You know what? You guys, there's some amazing things happening. We're making some adjustments, but the world needs to know that there's true fine wines. Most people think they're drinking like proper wine. They're not. They're drinking these mass-produced conglomerate wines that are bastardized, and they're getting poisons in their wine. Like, it doesn't take long before people are realizing that. And what's their options? I'm just gonna point this out. What are their options? They could go spend $100, $200, $300, $400 for a bottle of wine, or they can join with Wine Ambassador. We're the only wine club that does this, and they can get incredible wines for literally less than $30 a bottle delivered to their door through the direct-to-consumer model, that are wines that are properly made through the test of time. You guys, this is what we have. Now we're going to make some changes and some adjustments on how we're getting the message out there. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Truth always rises to the top. And our wines are truth. God
Yes.
bless. Right,
God
babe?
Yeah, you guys,
That's
we're
why,
here
that's
for
why
the
we're doing
information.
this.
We're going to continue to try to educate all of you guys on what amazing fine wine is and how to pair it. And we're here to spread the love, my friends. So we will see you guys on the Saturday training, and then as well next week we will we'll see you on the new brunch with wine. So God bless you guys. Thank you for joining us for this amazing 5 years.
And going on Wednesdays, guys, we're launching a new division of what's part of our wine program. All roads lead to wine. And starting next Wednesday, we're going to be teaching people on this homeschool education thing. It's called Brain Food Ambassador. It's part of the wine thing because wine built this. Wine allows a lot of things to happen. We're going to be teaching about homeschooling with proper teachers on Zoom. We're going to change the world in a lot of different aspects. And this is because of the value and the power of wine. Proper, true, fine wine. God bless everyone.
Is wine education part of that curriculum?
Cheers.
Oh, we're going to be offering wine education to the 21 and older crowd.
Oh, okay.
All right, God bless
By the
you
way,
guys.
Karen,
Thank you so much.
your growth is
amazing.
it's just like it's like the whole process of wine. You're like a very fine Merlot. You've been growing over the years, and it's amazing to watch your development. So Karen,
True.
and just real quick, when you brought out the power tool tonight, I just have to admit, you won me over. Whatever you want. That was awesome.
And I know how to use them.
That is for
I
sure.
believe it, and it was awesome and attractive. Thanks, Karen. Good night,
All
everybody.
right.